19.5 minutes after 6 o'clock in Trinidad and Tobago. Well, you can see the likes of Dwayne Bravo, who will be the captain, Andrew Lewis, Anthony Roger, Brent Sancho, Kyron Pollard, Lendl Simmons, Riyad Emrit, and Stern John will all be on the same field come Sunday at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. Their opponents will be the likes of Joel Villafana, Mark Bassant, James Saunders, and Tony Lee, to name a few. Tony Lee, leaving the world's greatest football team to go and play this competition. It's a football game called the Altruistic Benefit Cup, all in the name of charity. We have two guests who will give us some information in relation to the event. Ian Haywood, who is the CEO of A-Class International, and Kevin Fotheringham of PSI-Caribbean, which is a health social marketing organization. Very good morning to you, gentlemen. Good to have you on the program. So let's just give you the basic information on the event. The game itself, the celebrity game, is on from 7 o'clock at Hazley Crawford Stadium, 7 p.m., not a.m. There's no way you're going to get half of them to come up at 7 a.m., especially given what they might be up to on a Saturday night. So it's going to be 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for the game. There's going to be a pre-show with entertainment, and so on. All those entertainers who didn't want to turn out on the football field and be embarrassed, they'll be singing and doing whatever else they do. A lot of it passes for singing, but you never know. 3:30, and there'll also be a health fair. That will be part of the package from 3:30 until 6:30. Tickets for the event, $100 and $80 available at the gate at the Hazley Crawford Stadium, and very shortly we'll be hearing of some other venues where you can get tickets. Also, you can go on Facebook to A-Class International to get more information on the event. Good morning, gentlemen. Good to have you on the program. Ian Haywood, get us going. What's the idea behind this Altruistic Benefit Cup?
Altruistic Benefit Cup. Just the name itself means selflessness, and we really wanted to have a different atmosphere when it comes to the nation. So instead of giving it a football name like ball sweaters or kicks, we wanted to really provoke the mind a little more and have people try to pronounce the word, try to learn a new word to develop a different psyche.
Well, you're lucky you have any journalists turn up, because you want us to pronounce things here. You're making things a little difficult. The altruistic. Altruistic means that you're doing it for the good of others and not for yourself. So where's the money going for this event?
Well, the money will be going to the Silverus Home, the Children Life Fund, and Mothers to Mothers. They would be the three main beneficiaries. Mothers to Mothers is a home or organization that deals with mothers who give birth to children, and the mothers have HIV. So the care between the mother and the child is critical, and the relationship between the mother and the child is critical, because if it's not properly managed, the child can be affected or infected with the disease. So it's critical, and of course, well, we know the Silverus Home.
Sure, and it's very good to hear about that. About a month ago, and I'm sure you'll be aware of this, there's been a bit of controversy over the Akeem Adams fundraising effort with the native spirit shirts and all that. People asking, where did the money go? Are we going to have a situation where A-Class International and PSI-Caribbean say that they had to use 90% of the revenue for their operational expenses?
Well, that's not the intention, and we're certainly going to be having, we had a media launch, and we're certainly going to be having a post-mortem media event where we'll be doing the breakdown of what the actual event took place. As you realize, it's a combination between media and celebrities. So we have about 6 or 7 media houses involved.
Yeah, well, the media could be up to tricks too, you know.
No, I don't think
so.
I don't think they will do that. I don't think they will do that. And of course, I would not align myself with any kind of skullduggery either.
Okay, well, I think that's the more important thing. Let's hear from Kevin Fotheringham and your involvement in this exercise and your involvement with PSI Caribbean. What will be your contribution, your company's contribution to this event on Sunday?
Okay, well, Ian brought us on board recently, because it's more than just a football match, because it's happening on World AIDS Day. And PSI, we have been working in the HIV realm for several years through our Got It, Get It campaign. So we jumped on board because nothing like this ever happened before. And it's not just the entertainment, then you're going to link it with health. So we're bringing on the health aspect of it.
So what will people be exposed to prior to the game? Because apart from the entertainment, you're going to be offering information or guidelines and so on about behavior.
So what we did, we reached out to lots of organizations across the entire country, and we have 17 organizations coming on board to put on this health village. We have the Red Cross, we have the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force bringing their mobile unit to do testing on the day. We have family planning, we have YTEP, we have Civilian Conservation Corps, and a lot of other organizations who are going to be doing demonstrations and testing and giving information. So
where's the village going to be located in relation to the stadium itself?
Okay, so the actual pre-show is taking place in the car park.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a big stage set up, and the village is going to be built around that.
Right.
So everybody has to pass through the village in order to get to the entertainment.
Okay, so there's no getting away from it. And what are you hoping that people get from it? Of course, people are coming for the entertainment, to see Tony Leap bust a tackle on Stern John, or John dribble all the way around him till he loses his shirt or some kind of thing like that. But apart from that, what are you hoping people will get from the village aspect of it and the health fair element of it?
Just education and just sensitization as well, because all these organizations have a team of educators who will be there giving the knowledge, and as well as creating an environment where people would feel safe to go and get tested, because there will be testing taking place there.
Has that consciousness been raised over the years? As you mentioned, December the 1st, World AIDS Day, and it's almost a situation where people feel, and Magic Johnson, very interestingly, the superstar American NBA player, was talking about it in an interview on CNN just over a week ago. He says it's almost a curse that people see him alive and looking so healthy, because they think now AIDS is something that even if you contract it, you don't really have to worry too much. You will live to a ripe old age, so you could continue with your lifestyle. Have you seen that creeping in Trinidad and Tobago, that people feel that they could live through AIDS anyway?
It's a bit of a double-edged sword. People see that through taking the antiretroviral medication, they can live longer. So some people may be of the mindset that it's not as much of a serious thing. So a lot of people are really afraid of cancer because we work in the field.
Yeah.
So some people will be like, you know what? Cancer will kill me. AIDS, I could just take the medication. So there is that mindset, and that's what we have to continually fight against.
Just remind us, Ian Haywood, about the tickets. They are available at the gate. It's $100 and $80. $100 for covered stands, $80.
Yeah.
So I suppose if you get cussed in the covered stands, you'll have to face a longer fine than if you get cussed in the open stand, because that means ordinary folks. But there's another thing. But I'll leave it at that.
That's not how it will be.
I know, but it just kicks in. Where else can people get tickets for the event?
You can get tickets by Synergy TV on Arapita Avenue, Scorch Magazine in Port of Spain. You also have Green Street Sports by Narima, which is by the fire station.
Right.
Think Mobile and Chaguanas. And in Tobago, you have Morning After Bar and Barcode.
Okay.
Yeah, Barcode, correct.
What has been the response so far since the formal launch of the exercise? Are the people who have said that they're going to turn up, are they going to turn up by the way?
Well, we have a really unexpected support from the nation generally. I really think it is this time that the country had something like this, because the country was really crying out for it. So we having a lot of stickers being sold, a lot of celebrities coming, but a lot of companies coming on and asking how can they help. And of course, it's very late now, so in terms of branding and company branding, it's kind of difficult to include people, yet still companies still want to make themselves available.
Is it a classic case of people being skeptical and saying, nah, this thing is going to be popular, and then they realize, but wait now, this thing is really, I want to be part of the action, and it's too late for them. Does that suggest that this is something that you can make a very successful annual event and be able to build upon?
It is intended to be an annual event, and we want to grow from strength to strength. So we're starting with a local base, and of course the other years we want to bring in international celebrities, one or two, to buffer the teams, and probably put them on both sides. But it's really year one, and we have an overwhelming, we want to fill the stadium actually in year one, and we really want the country to be aware, because if we have 10,000, 20,000 people in the stadium, then that's a group of people that you can inform and become more socially aware of the different issues, so that they can go back to their various demographics and then transfer those values down. So it's really a good opportunity.
And as we've talked about the health fair, we've talked about the celebrity game as well. Who will be some of the entertainers who won't be on the field kicking football, but will be trying their best to entertain the spectators?
Right. Well, the entertainers, we will have like Nadia Batson, Ula Tunji, Mr. Famous, and Bunji Garland will be headlining the show. He would have made himself fully available for the event. And a number of other blacks and a number of other entertainers that are now tying up and committing themselves based on contractual agreements and that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a real nice bumper pack show. It's going to be a very big show with all the biggest entertainers across the board. Cultural, spoken word, all those different things will be coming up for the show.
Well, up to a couple of days ago, Dwayne Bravo and Lendl Simmons were in India.
You're
sure they're going to be here on time?
Yes. They're already on the plane already.
So and they've given their commitment that they're going to be part of the exercise. That's going to be interesting to see them in action mere days after being involved in India. Kevin Fotheringham, as far as the health fair element of it, is there a concern that maybe the message might be lost? And people might, turn up and look at the various booths and be exposed to the different aspects of healthy living and so on, but be more preoccupied with the entertainment and the football and forget about the village element of it.
I don't think so. I think the village is going to be so dynamic. I guess they're going to have to take notice. And really, it's if we reach out to even one or two people and make a difference there, then we have done our job. So definitely I don't think that is going to be an oversight. I think they're really going to benefit from it.
And is it a wide range of health issues that are going to be dealt with? If you could just elaborate on what people will be exposed to.
So in terms of free testing, there's blood pressure, glucose, cholesterol, as well as HIV. And then there's exposure to healthy foods and exercise and all of that. So there's a whole range of stuff, not just HIV.
Are we moving to more towards a healthy style of living? Because so many of us identify with the party style of living, the entertainment, the enjoyment and so on. But we see the increasing levels of concern with diabetes in Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean, not just HIV, AIDS, not just some of the other lifestyle illnesses. But do you get any sense that in face of a potential growing epidemic, there's a greater level of awareness about health concerns?
It's actually now starting, because when you look at our burden of disease, HIV is a lot lower than the lifestyle diseases. So there is a push now where there should be a lot more focus on those, as well as HIV, because our burden of disease for diabetes and heart disease is extremely high.
Ian Haywood, why have you identified for what reason have you those specific beneficiaries that you have identified this time around with this first edition of the Altruistic Benefit Cup?
Nice. Well, as the former chairman of the National Youth Council, still the chairman of the Youth Council, I have worked with a number of youth, and children are very dear to me because children really are placed in situations that they had no control of. And some of them are just born into that situation. So it's very important as a nation that we take care of our children and our elderly. And because the event is on World AIDS Day this year, that's why we would have emphasized on homes or charities or organizations that would have circled around children and HIV/AIDS awareness.
So based on how things go, are you going to already think of planning for the next year's event and building towards it?
We have already engaged certain international celebrities for the next 3 years.
Okay.
Because you have to book them 3 years in advance and 2 years in advance. So we really wanted to be a lasting part of the country's fabric, and of course expand it to different diseases and different ailments and different issues. After December the 1st, we want the nation to be fully aware about the Altruistic Benefit Cup, fully aware about the purpose, fully aware about their personal responsibility as a resident, as a national for children and your fellow man, you know?
Yeah, I understand the importance of having to book celebrities well in advance, because I'm surprised you actually got Tony Lee, because I understand he's pretty much booked up. To get Daily Knock, I think he has a 5-year waiting period. To get Vinod Narwani, I think takes about 10 years to get him, because he's in such demand. So it makes sense to book well in advance for these celebrities.
Nice.
I mean, the other celebrities, David Beckham and easy to get, but Daily Knock, Vinod Narwani, you really will struggle to get them. But overall, when you look at an event like this, do you think you've got the timing right for it? Because we're into a Christmas period, heading into Carnival and so on. Based on the response, do you think you might be looking at a different time come 2014, or is this what you've identified as the ideal time to have?
No, well, different years will have different emphasis.
And
if it's cancer or different issues we're dealing with, that would be around that international observance time.
Okay.
But this year it's amazing because this is the Carnival season. This is when all the artists are in the studio, and these guys are giving time to do radio ads for the Benefit Cup, giving time to come and measure for uniforms, and giving that time out during the season. Bungee Calling is coming to do a free performance hours before the showing of the Soul Train Awards.
Right.
And so it's really amazing that these guys are putting themselves behind and putting the nation in front. That's cool.
Kevin Fotheringham, have you been encouraged by that sort of response from our local celebrities? People have a lot of things to do who could find ways to make a tremendous amount of money in their various professions, but giving of their time for this exercise?
Yeah, but that's great, and I think because of this, this is the first time that something like this is really happening. And I mean, people were just looking for that. So by Ian approaching them, these guys will drop what they're doing because they really do care. A lot of them care. Yeah. And they always speak out on stuff.
And that's
just the platform, giving them the platform.
Certainly, and we'll wait to see how the game turns out as well, who will prevail in this game, because Dwayne Bravo has been sadly accustomed to losing as captain of the West Indies team. Will he be losing again with this team? Or will Tony Lee be boasting on I-95.5 on a Monday morning as to what he did? Or will he not turn up for the show because of a twisted ankle or an injured pot belly or something like that? But gentlemen, we're looking forward to the game. It's really a good effort on your behalf. And indeed, one would hope and one would expect that after what we're done with the native spirit thing, that there'd be no issues related to accountability and so on. We don't find out that Ian Haywood and Kevin Fotheringham gone in hiding after saying that 95% of the money had to go towards administrative expenses.
We will bring back the clarity to charity events, and then and give the nation
clarity to charity. You better trademark that. Go to the copyright people as quickly as possible. Clarity to charity from Ian Haywood and Kevin Fotheringham. Thanks very much, gentlemen, for coming in. Again, the game is going to be on Sunday, 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock at Hazley Crawford Stadium. The pre-show and Village Fair, 3:30 to 6:30. Health and entertainment mixed in. Tickets $100, $80 at the door, at the gate, and at other venues that we talked about already. And you can get more information on Facebook by going to A-Class International. 6:36 in Trinidad and Tobago. We continue in the first hour of Sporting Edition after this.
If we want to come and build up a strong nation,